Hey guys, Ryan, others Elite Racing Pigeon Network. It is the Monday Night Family Show. Sorry, I've got to just make a slight small adjustment, but I'll adjust while the show is starting. So please, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Your participation is key. The longer you participate, maybe the longer we'll go. Anyways, it's Monday. It's the Virtual Pigeon Club. Let's talk some pigeons. Three, two, one, hit it. All righty. It is the look at that photo. That makes you want to have a choof it up. Choof a mania to the right guy. Get your choofs in now. If you're not drinking choof, you're really not a part of this. I've drinking enough choof already. I'm full of choof. I've got choof here. I didn't take one out of the fridge because I knew you guys were choofing it on your own. Leah, virtual Pigeon Club night. It's always your favorite night of the week, isn't it? Don't you just love the Monday nighter? I mean, God, why did we pick to do this on a Monday? Anyways, hope we're on YouTube. I hope we're on Facebook. Back to you, Leah.
That is right. Happy Monday, everybody. This is the Feathers Elite Virtual Pigeon Club, where everybody is welcome. We talk everything to do with pigeons, pigeon racing, one loft racing, pigeon health, you name it. We talk about it. And oh, by the way, there's no membership required. Oh, and by the way, we don't need to see your resume because everybody is welcome. Don't forget to post your questions or comments in the chat. The show works best when y'all participate. We have put our Pick It to Win It for race number 8 on Wednesday on. It is open. It is ready. And if you go and click on the link, you're going to notice a little surprise. We've got a few more than 16 Doivens up for grabs on Wednesday. If you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. We're going to talk about it this evening as well. My friend Joe says, hey, Leah, check your email. I'm ready. And we see it right here, Joe. That is right. Joe is getting his choof on. He is drinking a Mick Choof. A Mick Choof. Ryan, have you had a Mick Choof before?
I've had the McChoof. Yes, that's the brown one. Very, very good. He's poured it with an excellent head. It's breathing good. And always remember, in those bowl glasses, here's a little trick. They always say, wash the bowl out with ice cold water. So rinse the bowl out, pour it out, then pour your truth. That helps with that head. So that head climbs up. It's perfect. But you've poured an excellent. Now you just need to get the truth glass. And reminder, if you come on the Pigeon Boss tour, we're gonna go to the Choof Village where you can get everything and anything you want, Choof or Shoof. Choof or Shoof, whatever you want. And you gotta take a photo with me. I'm a real live Shoof, and we might even bring the professor, Marcel Kurlemans, because we take him there.
They,
We
they
win.
might they might kidnap him. They might make him an honorary Choof elf. I
You know?
feel like if they were doing a casting call for the next Choof and they wanted to call it maybe like Doiven Choof, he
Hmm.
could be the Doiven Choof elf. I think so.
Well, I said when I was there, the only thing they were lacking on their property was a little pigeon loft made and have pigeons out there flying all day and have a Choof loft. I don't know why they don't have one.
They should.
They should.
Speaking
Mhm.
of Doiven Choof Elf Marcel, he wanted to say thank you to everybody for wishing him a very, very happy birthday. He turned 77 years old. There he is with his beautiful wife and his grandson. And look at how happy he is. And he wanted to pass along the message to thank you guys so much for all of the birthday wishes. Thank you guys for that. Let's get to the comments, shall we? All right, let's do that. David Tracy says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, friend. We've got 5/8 in the house. Nice to see you on. Joe is saying, happy club night, everyone. Love your enthusiasm, Joe. Love it a lot. Got Finley in the houses. Good evening. Ryan and Leah, how did you do in the club result? We're going to get to that momentarily. And he's saying hello to Cape. Love, love, love to see all the participation of everybody in the chat. Lucky Lou in the houses. Good evening, everyone. Lucky Lou, we missed you yesterday on race day. Oh, everybody's saying hello to everyone. Nelson Pigeonloft says, welcome to the Fez Elite Truth Show, where sometimes we talked about pigeons. Yeah, sometimes we talk about pigeons, sometimes we talk about beer, sometimes we talk about life, sometimes we just talk. Lou says, lost the feed. I don't know what you're talking about, Lou. Guys, if you're watching over on YouTube, can you hear us? Are you watching? Let us know in the comments. I'm checking my little YouTube feed. It looks like it's working on my end. If you can hear me, and if you can see Ryan over on YouTube, please let us know in the comments. We know we're not talking to ourselves. On that note, before we move on here, I want to make sure everybody can hear us so we're not talking to ourselves. I don't think so, because Charlie just made a comment over on YouTube. You know what I forgot to do, Ryan? I forgot to do a poll for today, so we might have to go pollless. Unless somebody has a burning question they'd like to ask the audience, I totally forgot to do the poll. We've got Charlie, 1579 in the house. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, friend. And we have Aloha Milton in the house, who says aloha and good evening, fanciers. Aloha and good evening to you, friend. Okay, everybody's saying loud and clear and that y'all can hear. Okay, good, good. On that note, what should we talk about first? So much to talk about this evening.
There was lots to talk about. Oh, we talked about the Sunday race. Excellent race. Good race. Good. It was a real good race. Really thought the birds came good. I was quite happy with that 9 birds in 3 minutes. This was the first race we didn't have the bird in the first group in our area. Normally we get a bird in the first group, and then we'll wait a minute, and then we get a few. We seem to skip that. Like I said, you can't win unless you don't have a bird in the first group. It wasn't our week to have one in the first group, but looking at the prizes, we'll put 12 out of 16 in the prizes. We're on the first sheet, and they came. Those first 9 really came like thunderbolts, and I was happy with that. I mean, I'm not going to complain on a Sunday race. 30,000 plus liberated. Didn't get one in the very front, but hey, 27th, 30th. I'm not complaining at all. I'm quite happy with that. We didn't take a step back. We moved up. Being Ricky's first race, he had better clocking than I had on our first race. So I'm okay with that. I like the results, and they'll continue to go up. I mean, I'm looking at it here. What were we? 27th, 30th, 40th, 43rd, 44th, 45th. And like Marcel says, now like they don't think we're not lucky guys anymore. We were 67th, 68th, 71st. So I mean, Bird's making the top 100. What is that already? 8 or 9? So I'm
I'm just
good with that.
playing the replay here, Ryan, of the first few birds that did make it in the loft. Just a moment, please, Ryan. Sure. Sorry about that. So as we see here, the first few that have arrived, I thought excellent trapping. Well done. As I said in a little update there, what did we have again? 9 in the first 3 minutes, as you see them there.
Mhm.
All trapping. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was very well done. I thought for Lafayette Richards' first time out, it was excellent.
Yeah, it was good. I'm not complaining at all. Now he gets to go play on Wednesday. Now he gets to take what is he taking? He's going to take just over 50 birds to the Wednesday race. So that's good. And for a lot of them, it's their first time, but it's good being the first time, being in more of a section. There'll be a few thousand birds going up, all in the same group, heading the same way. So for the first time out, I think that's fine. That's going to help them. It's not on Sunday. It's going to be again another big screw up, but at least they'll have a few thousand birds to play with at the start. Then going right into the jungle as we did on race number one. Back to you,
Yeah,
Leah.
yeah, definitely. Wednesday is I guess, an easier race, so to speak. Well, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's not a total release, so you're not going to get the 32, 33,000 at once. They release them in sections. Um, so we're in the Antwerp region, I believe. I'm starting to learn here. I believe we're in the Antwerp West region. So our birds will be let up with that area, which is usually, what was last week, like 2,000 or 2,500 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Joe says the birds trap great. I see Marcel was right up there too. He sure was, doing a fantastic job. I will post his results up tomorrow. Lou is back on. Ryan is looking good. Ryan, you're looking good.
Always look good. Hey, I'm naturally a good-looking guy. That bothers some people because how can most pigeon men are ugly? Sorry, guys, it's the truth. Not this one. I got the looks. But yeah, I got to give a big shout out to the professor. He just sneaks out one bird by me. Oh, and sneak him right by me. And he snuck by his first nominated again, Powell. He gets him and but just puts one. And I say in this race, you need to get that one. And he said to me, Ryan, we're struggling to beat Marcel. Marcel's struggling to beat Gert Hallen. So it's just one of those things. But Gert Hallen got some great pigeons. Again, can really get him in there. And I was actually the other guy I've been, pardon me, really watching is Bart Williams, and him and us were right together. He's going to be a tough one on Wednesday, but Bart Williams, uh, again, another good flyer. Some different guys in here that I haven't seen as much. You see Theo Verkamen, that's Jos Verkamen's son. But yeah, it's going to be fun on Wednesday. We'll see how we play on Wednesday, but definitely going in the right direction. The birds are responding great with the switch. No excuses. They got to adapt, and they adapt well. Again, Ricky and I were pretty much we play the same way. We talk about 7 times a day. We talk sometimes so much I got to hang up on them. To you.
So here again is our update from Sunday's race. We were 27th overall. We were the 13th loft o'clock out of 37 lofts. We won 12 prizes out of 16 Doivens that we sent. And this is versus 519 in the club and 31,998 total release, giving us a top 5.2 performance. Fantastic, fantastic. How many did we get on the first page, Ryan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on the first page. And
Mhm.
remember, with these results, this is only a percentage of the birds that were sent. You only get a result on the pages if you're in that percentage. So you'll notice if you do go through all 5 pages of this result, it stops at like 260th in and around there. So not all 519 get a result. It's only a certain percentage. Do I know what the percentage is right now? No, I don't, but there's only a percentage that make it on the results page. Am I not right on that?
Yeah, and I believe, like for instance, Gert Hallen. On the first page, he had five. What did we have on the first page? We had six. And I look here, I look at the names. Look at Marcel on the first page. He has one. Gert Hallen sends 37. We send 16. Marcel sends 10. He's got one. Um, I see a few got one. Was this guy or Richard? I can't pronounce the last name, but one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. The one guy had nine. So I think we had the second most amount of birds on the first page. And you look at that, you have to look. If you don't get a bird in that first group, that can happen. That's okay. You're not going to be perfect. But let's look at how quickly that army can clock. That's another thing that we got to look at as well. So I'm happy with that.
We just had some people
Oh,
asking about Marcel. Oh, my mouse is being a little bitch right now. Here we go. Marcel was fourth. Marcel was fourth. What did he clock at here? God, it is not fun trying to read this. What did we clock at? What time did we clock at, Ryan?
he beat us by a minute and 10. He was clocking at
9:10:32,
yeah 9:10:32, and we were 9:11:40.
and he was
So a
flying
minute and eight.
1456 meters per minute, and when we were flying, what was it again? 1434 or something.
Yep.
1434. And just a nice little thing to add, we did beat the neighbor by quite a bit. I believe the neighbor came 157th. So that's a win. That's why I say, guys, when you hear the whistle or you hear them blowing the whistle next door, it doesn't mean they're going to burst before us. And I try and now say to Loft Manager Richard, don't worry about what the neighbor's doing. If they're whistling, if they're not whistling, that does not mean anything. What matters is at the end of the day, when this results sheet comes out, that's when it matters. Don't worry about what he's doing next door. Focus and concentrate on us, because it can really throw you off, Ryan, right?
Yeah, and again, you have to understand they have yearlings and they have old birds racing, so it can you can hear that they can be blowing the whistle. I mean, uh, Sorrel said to Marcel, I don't understand it. They beat me by 5 minutes. That they was talking about us. Well, it's a little different work, little different what we do, and hey, his first bird's running at I think he's 160th, 163rd. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, he's making the page still, but we uh, we try and get as many up in the top as we can, and hopefully you get an early one, real early. And we didn't have that bird in that. We seem to get the bird always on the Wednesday, and we're always about a minute off on the Sunday.
And
But
you
we'll
know what?
see.
Never underestimate the power of determination and resilience, and not blowing away your chance. We don't know. This could be our only chance, our one and only chance to fly in Belgium this season. We are trying to make the most out of it, trying to get the most out of the birds as we possibly can. This is not a lucky holiday. They're not, Loft Manager Richard and Ryan are not there sipping margaritas, listening to Jimmy Buffett. It is 12 to 15 hours a day from the time you get up to the time you go to bed at night. It is 24/7 pigeons. That's why on all of our Pigeon Boss merch, it is Eat, Sleep, Race, because that is exactly what they're doing there. And we're not here to just lollygag our way through the summer. We're here with a mission. Let's get back to the comments. We have Bill L. Wick. He's guessing a time, 1 hour and 6 minutes. Bill L. Wick thinks we're going to be on for 1 hour and 6 minutes tonight. We shall see. Nice to have you on, friend. Lou says, I see Marcel lost by seconds. And guys, when you are flying, Kibran, and you're flying in this area that we are flying in, yes, you will win or lose by seconds. Could be a half a second. It is stiff, fierce competition. That's why it's the Champions League. That's why it's the toughest place in the world to race. That's why we're
And
there. Go ahead, Ryan.
and if you want to look at it, I call this is the reason why we call him the professor. If you open up the results and you take a look, you see the position is first, you see the guy's name, you see the town he lives in, you see the number of birds he shipped, and then there's another number that comes after the number of birds they shipped. So the first guy shipped 22, the second guy shipped 37, the third guy shipped 37. The lofts put the numbers in. But if you look and you see the nominations, how many guys can clock their first nominated? Marcel's first bird uh, was his what was it? It was his ninth nominated. But you take a look and see how many guys can pull off on their first bird, their first nominated. And Marcel is leading, I think, in all the categories in that area on nominations. He's normally bang right on. I know his second bird, I believe, was his first nominated. Uh, I just wanted to look here again. Yeah, his second bird was the second nominated. So he got that right. But very, very hard to see guys getting their first nominated up front. Back to you, Leah.
Hey, we don't call him the professor for nothing. He is the absolute diamond in the rough there. He just does it for the love of the sport. That's why he's always done it there. He's never had anybody to toot his horn, and we are going to toot his horn as much as we possibly can, because he is an absolute weapon. Don't let his small stature and gentlemanly personality fool you. He's also out for blood every Wednesday and every Sunday, and enjoys his pigeons tremendously. And I love to see him getting the great results. And I'm happy to be able to promote his results and show the world what a fantastic flyer he is. Darren Swan says, seems results goes in seconds. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Absolutely. And yes, Luke, fourth place finish by Marcel. Joe says, how many miles is considered the long end in these sprint races?
I think it's Noyon. What is it for? 200 and was it 202 kilometers or 200 and it's
Two,
200 kilometers
200 and change. So it's like Quievrain and Noyon are the two main sprint
sprints.
distances. So, the question will probably be, well, when are you guys going to stretch out to Noyon? At some point this season, we hope to. Again, starting Wednesday, our group number 2 is now going to be combined with our group number 1. So we have a full Feathers Elite team, and they will be going to battle to Quievrain on Wednesday. We're going to see how they do, and we're going to take it race by race, race by race. And when Ryan and Loft Manager Richard feel that they're ready, or maybe group 1 is only ready to go to Noyon, or we're all going to go to Noyon, we don't know yet, but stay tuned. Stay tuned, friends. Stay tuned. UK Birdman says, well done on the races, doing well. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. He says, so will you be racing these pigeons as old birds as well?
No, probably not. I don't plan on it. I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to wait till the season ends and then figure out what we're going to do. But I don't think we're going to race any of these as old birds.
We don't know. We really don't know yet. I think the initial plan was to auction them off for people to buy them, to breed out of them, whatever we have left. I don't know. That could change. Maybe we're going to put them up for auction for people who want to fly them as yearlings in Belgium. Maybe we could do that. We don't know yet. You know what? We got to see what we end up with at the end of the season and go from there. Right now, we're just having a fantastic time flying in Belgium. We're so happy to be able to give Loft Manager Richard the same opportunity that was given to Ryan and hope he has a fantastic time. And we're really not looking too far ahead right now, just day by day, trainer by trainer, and race by race, and hope to have you guys follow along the whole way. Peter says, is the mission to fly in the Nationals, or are you going to stay with the sprint?
We don't know. We might fly a national, we might not. Again, it's a lot more fun flying twice or three times in a week. Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. That's a lot of fun. Once you get to the nationals, I mean, not that it's just different. You're only going to get one race a week. So we're going to wait and we're going to see.
We're gonna wait and we're gonna see, and
Hold on a second.
yeah, no problem.
All these people that come to your door.
The main goal is to get as many races in as possible. And I'm sure, as you guys know, when you start going out to the Nationals, I believe the Nationals begin sometime in August. You know,
I'm on an internet show, and I call you back. I'm just busy. Okay, yeah, go ahead, take your eggs, take what you need.
Ryan's got somebody at the door. That
Eggs
is
are
okay.
in the
We
cup.
will
No problem.
wait for him to come back. Hold on here, guys. I wish he would have muted
Man.
his mic, but that's okay. Anyway, we're gonna wait
So,
and see. We want to get as much racing in as possible. When you start to get to the Nationals, you have to switch every other week. One week you can send them, the next week you can send some, and then it's only once a week. And I don't know. We're just getting started here, right? We're just getting started. If we do continue to race Quievrain and Noyon, we can literally race right until October and keep going right till October, which to me, that sounds fantastic right now. 58 says, I'm following your training method from here on out. I'd love to understand more about your feeding strategy.
harder you train, harder you feed. Harder you train, harder you feed because you need the fuel. Then when you get into the races and you adjust. Remember, feeding feeding is you have to understand the race is coming up to feed for that. But if you train hard 7 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days a week, you have to know when to stop feeding because you want them to always training. They can train with some feed in the system. I don't ever like to race them with anything inside of them. I like them to try and be almost empty. But the feeding is just if you take your time, feeding is not that hard. People people make it out to be harder than it is, and again, people are crazy with these feeders and stuff. sometimes I think just slowing down and feeding the birds bit by bit in a nice open environment, it's better. But you got to feed the right feeds. You got to feed, you know, you gotta give them the carbs and the fats, and the fats and the carbs. Not so much proteins, but more fats and carbs. You're gonna give them more power, I think. So,
Darren asks, will the trapper be out for Wednesday? Meaning Pierre, our
oh yeah.
dropper. What are your thoughts on that one, Ryan?
Listen, I can't control everything Ricky does, so he likes to have some fun. It's okay. Did the dropper make us win or lose? It didn't do nothing. Um, the, again, just we didn't get them used to droppers. We didn't have any, so it's kind of it's a little bit touchy. And the stupid dropper, again, I said to him, just place it on the board. I'm sure she'll go up. And of course, she did. So I told him, if you're going to use her, cut her down a bit. But now this race, we've got two boards we're using, so I don't know. We'll see what he does. Is it going to matter much? I don't know. They ate tonight at 5 o'clock. They had an earlier dinner than I would have. I would have maybe done them at 8, but he did them at 5. He said they ate real good. He said they felt like $1 million, and they're not going to eat nothing. They're going to go training tomorrow. Again, just either to 14 kilometers or to 27, and we'll see how they do. They're going to get the respiratory tracts cleaned out tomorrow in the morning before they go training. So Ricky's got a real busy morning tomorrow, and to do 60 birds on your own, it takes a little bit of time. But hey, it's okay. Back to you.
And guys, if you're wondering, we were going to do a trainer today live with loft manager Richard. However, he got detained at the club because we're trying to get the rest of these birds shipped and everything sorted for Wednesday, and it proved to take a little longer than we thought. So while he did train, what did he train today, Ryan? 3 times? Three
Uh,
times?
everybody,
Work.
everybody went 3 times to the Red Bridge. They were between 20 and 25 minutes. Even put the two groups together. So it's okay. They got their work in, and now tomorrow will just be one trainer, and let's see how they fire on the Wednesday race.
A reminder, guys, we will be live tomorrow, probably a little earlier than normal for our basketing show because we have almost, or a little over, I believe, 50. How many we sending? Let's see.
56.
56. 56 Doivins going to battle tomorrow, and you will be able to see all 56 of them as we basket for Wednesday morning's race to Kivran. Of course, join us live from the finish line. On Wednesday, we'll be live from the finish line from Kivran. Very excited to see how our Group 2 is going to do on Wednesday. Now, reminder, guys, this is their first time in the jungle. It's kind of a semi-jungle, but they're still going first time to the jungle on Wednesday. I am excited to see who we're going to get first. I believe we have $50 in prizes right now in our ticket to win it. And remember, if a pick does not clock first in the loft, then that prize money will carry over to Sunday's race. So get your pick birds in. That's all I'm going to say about that. Joe says, in Canada, would you typically train twice a day, or are you training twice a day now because you were pressed on time?
In Canada, you can ask Leah. She knows. Sometimes I train 5 times a day. Here it's great, man. Here, just hop on the road, and in 1 second, I can do. I can do the Red Bridge. I can do it in 16 minutes, 17 minutes. Where in Belgium it's 35 to 40 minutes. So a lot of the times it was 2 times, 3 times a day. Whenever I started training right at the beginning, I backed the feed right off, and I would take them 5 or 10 kilometers. I do it 5 times, 6 times in a day. Just boom, boom, boom. Uh, build up their confidence. The start, the stop, the trapping. Most importantly, the trapping. In Canada, when I race, normally I stand at the landing board and I'm the dropper. I had droppers, but They got so used to me because me and Ricky work well together. He would let them out, and I would call them in. We didn't get that lucky, so we're just adjusting it. Actually, again on race day, the problem is slightly us. They're not used to us being there. They trained 100. The group one has maybe been trained 130, 140 times. You're never home for them. So that's 140 times they stop, and you're home for 7 of them. You understand what I'm saying? The odds are you're not there. They almost prefer it. You're adding pressure to pigeons. So no excuse, but yeah, I like to train a lot. They say, "Oh, you're overtraining. You're overtraining." Who are they? Who are they? I don't know. If you don't train, you're asleep. In my opinion, you're going to be asleep. And you know what? If you do not have 6 pair of breeders that breed super pigeons, and you're playing with other pigeons, I'm going to have to get the max out of those pigeons, and that's where the work comes in. It's the same with these other birds. These other birds could have went already 2 weeks ago. They're nowhere near to be ready. Now they have a fighting chance here. They have they've worked I think they've had almost 80 tosses. They've worked really well. We lost? Sure. We had the ones that wanted to stop, that didn't want to play the game. They're out of the way. We got the ones here that want to play the game. We got the ones that can do key frame. We got the ones that can do 55 kilometers in groups of 2s and 3s. We've got those pigeons. These are what we have left. Now, we have to race and see. To you.
Yes, but I will bear witness to the fact that if he was doing the same thing in Canada, he would be training even more than 2 to 3 times a day, maybe 5 times a day. He trains a lot. He loves to train. He loves the training part of all of this. Yes, sure, he loves the race days, but I think if you'll ask him, he will say he loves the training part. He loves putting the work in and seeing the results and getting the results out of the pigeons. That's your favorite part, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, even when I played soccer, I think practices I enjoyed it more than the games because you built up the sweat and you work so hard. And I mean, when I trained with other guys on my team, I always made sure I was ahead of them all. I wouldn't be behind in running or I wouldn't be behind in drills. I didn't want. I wanted to be always it was a competitive thing. So I like training them because once you start to train them, you start to have confidence in them and you start to know them and you start to say, I know my team. I know what we're capable of. Pigeons that I train 3 times in a week, I really know them. We're not doing anything. We're not bonding. We're not, hey, let's go and do the work. Because think about it. They have to do the work and I have to do the work. And we work together. When I'm tired, sure they're tired, or you see it, you feel it. We both have to give 100% to get the maximum out of each other. That's just my thought. You guys do what you want, but hey, I'll do it this way.
All About Birds UK asks, how would you feed to train 5 times a day?
It's when you start training. So when you're going to start training 5 times a day, and your birds are already loft flying good, their body weight's great. Okay, they should be responding to you and coming in at night, and you fill them up, and give them their feed, and then they can go out in the morning or midday, whenever they come in. Okay, you're feeding once a day. When you start training 5 times a day, you back the feed off. You feed like this. You use water. Basket them up. You basket them up at 6 in the morning. Leave them in the baskets till 9. Take them, let them come home. Might come in good. They might not. They come in, they have a drink of water. If they don't trap good, almost nothing. You work the first week of training. You don't need a lot of feed. You back them off to teach them. Bam, when they trap, they get a little treat. But they got to trap good. They have to do all the things good. And you reward, 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 and they start to get brainwashed. Up, home, in. Up, home, in. That's what you normally see at the beginning. I train them in full groups. They come in, they get that sprinkle of candy mix, very small. Boom, they rush in to eat. And they're looking at me. What are we doing? Oh, let's go again. Put them back in. Let them sit 2, 3 hours. Again, sprinkle a feed. Do them again. Sprinkle a feed. By the time the end of the day comes, on the last toss, you have more feed there. Now they're eating. You sit down with them and you feed them. Fill them up. So one day, what most guys do in a week, I do in a day. But I got 5 starts, 5 stops, 5 feedings, understanding, brainwashing into the system, teaching them what to do. Small things. Big long toss is great. Start small. Everything's small. And then you get better as you go. And you're still going to make mistakes because, again, it depends on the birds. It depends on how good they're loft flying. It depends on who they got hooked up with because you can have a bad day. Remember, they're animals, eh? They're just animals. They can have a bad day and you can lose some of your best ones. You can lose your worst ones. But at the end of the whole system, the basket never lies to you. The basket tells you these are the ones you need. You.
Lucky Lou says, "Are you training birds now in Canada, or don't you have any there?"
No need. No, there's no number one. I don't know. No, I'm not training pigeons here. Believe it or not, though, I mean, we have pigeons outside here every day. Ricky had some that he takes here, there, whatever, just for fun to watch birds come home. Will I do that every once in a while? Sure, but I'm not interested. It doesn't. It's not the same interest for me. I'd rather watch the thief powders outside, or let the birds out in the morning and they're out on the driveway picking in the stones, or in the bath pans and doing what. It's just real. That's fun pigeons. Racing like this is a different. There's a different fun to this. This is race professional. This is race. This is race to try and do damage. This isn't like in local here. I think it's a little bit different. I don't know if I answered that right, but it is what it is.
Stephen Collins says, "Good morning, guys. Good morning to you. I heard some good results on the weekend from Stephen Collins. Am I correct on that one?"
Believe it or not, yeah, Stephen Collins in his area, he's doing great. We talk at least a few times a week, almost every day, and his results are really, really climbing up. Uh, I think he dominates the club real good, and the Fed he's right at the top almost every week. And we talk about liberators, and it's funny how liberators liberate for where they live. And we kind of talk about it, how frustrating that is, but that's pigeon racing all over the world. You always find good flyers are normally the liberators. But no, he's doing great. He was on the Pigeon Boss tour. We talk all the time, and we think almost the same way. So that's good. Also, another big shout out to another guy that came on the Pigeon Boss tour, Frank Wildwind. And he's flying in a different part of Australia, and he's leading in his combine in points. I think in the club in points, he's got 2 federation wins. So that means he's got 2 club wins and some top results in his area. So 2 guys from Australia. They train hard, they work hard. We talk, and they're getting the results. So I'm happy for them. And again, we can talk. You have to execute. And 100% Wildwind or Collins may not do 100% of everything the way I do it or the way I say to do it or the way I recommend. I give recommendations, but you have to figure out what works for you and your system and what things you want to implement, what things you don't want to implement, and you try it. There's so many ways to roam. Okay. Hey, our neighbor, fantastic flyer, Sorel Lambrix. He loft flies every morning at 6:30. By 8:30, he's done. He's scratching his head saying to Marcel, I don't understand what's going on here. I don't see anything. They just send the birds and boom, they get them. 2 different ways. So guys, you have to figure out what's going to work for you and then implement that. And some things might not work and you adjust it. Some things you listen 100%, it works 100%, okay. But again, I can't feed them, and you have to use your own. You got to learn your own way. I can help you, and I always try and help people and give them the most information I can. It's the same with Marcel. Marcel's now training 2 days a week, and we joked about it today. I said, "Come on, prick, come on, professor, let's try 4 times." I said, shit, I'm taking him 2 times a week for you now. You still nudging me out. He's laughing, right? He says, oh, geez, maybe I should try 4 times. But hey, this was a man who never trained, just loft flying once the races started. Now he's going twice a week. He's now going to 55 kilometers. Hey, you know what he says? He says that I'm the professor.
Finley says, lots of people will say it's overtraining, but we know our birds and we push them. Our first young bird race is Saturday. Majority got birds doing 30 miles. Mine have been at 50 for 2 weeks and look and feel fantastic. Well, that's just the thing, right? You have to don't do what your competition is doing. If you're doing what your competition is doing, the odds are you're probably going to get around the same results. You want to go over and above, right? You want to just outwork them. And that's always been our motto, whether it's been in Ryan's motto in training, our motto in our auctions. We just outwork them. That's it. We just put the nose to the ground and we just simply outwork them because we know we have to. Competition is
Did you guys
fierce.
did you guys ever see every all those Walt Disney movies, or you take Rocky? What's what is it? It's the underdog, right? He doesn't have the talent. He doesn't have the skill. He's not even built to do it. But what did he do? He just outworked everyone. And if you guys ever want to watch something that'll give you goosebumps, you watch the documentary on Rocky Marciano, the boxer. Okay, he wasn't built for it. He didn't have he didn't have nothing. He outworked every man, not by 10%, not by 20%, by 200%. He outworked every man he fought, and he didn't lose. You know what? You can beat people without having the most expensive pigeons, without the first rate pigeons. You can beat them, but it's going to come down to you because you have to install what everyone else refuses to do because it's going to take time from their families and their work and their everything. And you have to think, is that worth it? I say to you, to fly pigeons here in Canada, no need, not worth it. Not worth it because they don't let you in the club, or they do bullshit liberating, or there's nothing to play against our people. I'm not interested in that. So you have to think if it's worth it. Back to you.
And how far are you willing to go?
Mm.
How far are you willing to go? How far is your drive to win and to succeed? Also, Ryan is in a situation, he does not have a wife, he does not have children, he does not have those extra, responsibilities or whatnot. So, but this is his, it's a profession. He's going at it like he's a pigeon boss. Like this is his job. And that's why he's putting in 12 to 15 hours a day. Loft Manager Richard, when he goes there, doing the same thing. So, I mean, I get not everybody can do it, right? Not everybody has 12 to 15 hours a day to dedicate to their training program. I get that as well.
Yeah, and the other thing is it's the same thing. If I decided to go start working out at the gym again, and I said I'm going to work out, I'll be at the gym 3-4 hours a day. I change everything, and I get in that mindset, and then you become in that mindset. But it's what you're doing it for, what it's worth. You have to think. But when it comes to pigeons, I can't do it another way. I can. We can sit here and fly for fun, like me and Ricky. Just take the birds to the club and put them in. Don't turn the clocks on, and we'll race against each other just for fun. See who can pick the first bird home. Only loft flying and take them the odd time just to give them a little experience. That's fun. I can do that part, but I can't go and race against people. Uh, and like for instance, the day the clock didn't work, I would have rather not had that one result in pigeon because that wasn't fair. That bothered me. So, anyways, enough of my.
I
I'm
think to
going in a
say
circle.
that Ryan's highly competitive would be an understatement.
Yeah.
You don't want to play Monopoly with him. Let's just put it that way. Okay, Alvin says, oh, you'll like this one, Ryan. I've already heard from club members, you need to train when it's cool. It's 104 here in central Kansas. I think that's where that is. Maybe I'm wrong
Mhm.
today, but we are going around 8 p.m. tonight. Ryan, what are your thoughts on that one?
That's what everyone does. I won't do what everyone does. I won't do what everyone does. Everyone train, get up at 5:30 and let them up. Okay, you want to do that? Good. Loft fly them at 5:30 in the morning. Maybe loft fly them again at noon. You know, I like to get them used to the heat. Get them used to the heat. I mean, I'm sure it's hot on Saturdays and Sundays when they race. So you let the birds out at 8:30 at night to fly in the cool temperatures. You let the birds out at 6 o'clock in the morning to fly in cool temperatures. But to let the birds out on race day at 7:30 in the morning or 6 or whatever, the birds got to fly 200 miles and they coming home at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. They flew into the heat and they can't take the heat. I would sooner work them in the heat, get them used to the heat. Remember, we're not saying you have to take them 100 miles in the heat. You have to judge your wind, the weather conditions, the temperature. You judge it all. When you're going to start working them in killer heat, short, short, short. Let them build confidence in doing it. A little further, a little further, a little further. You want to give them a cool toss in the evening? Good. Cool toss in the morning? Good. You want to go back in the heat? Good. Up, down, up, down. Get them used to it. If you teach them to handle working in the heat, when they get to the heat, they won't crumble. You get used to it. 100%. Hey, I went to Marseille to play. The agent at the time, they took me up there in the mountains. I trained for a month to get used to the elevation, whatever it was, just to get used to it. The different change of air. Same thing in Colorado with the hockey. They say, "Oh, the hockey, it's a different elevation. It's different." You get used to that. That's why you see the sports guys wearing the masks over their face and they're running. Why? Changing how much oxygen they can take in. Simple. Do the same thing with the pigeons. I'm gonna do the opposite of everybody in your club's gonna do. I'm gonna lose birds by doing it too. 100%. The ones that can't do it will quit. But I'm not looking for the quitters. I'm looking for the ones that want to do the same work that I'm willing to do because I'm going to give them my best and I need that from them. To you.
All About Birds UK says, thank you for answering my question. No problem. That is what we are here for. Heather Collins says, good morning. Good morning to you, Heather. Jason says, I train them at 5:30 in the afternoon. Good, good.
And again, it depends on your schedule. Again, it depends on your schedule. I can't tell people to train them in the hottest time of the day if they can't actually do it. You got to still do what your schedule can do. But I know when I'm racing, I try and give those birds early morning, midday, lunchtime, afternoon, late evening. I give them all that shit. I give them east wind, west wind, headwinds, tailwinds, rain, light fog, overcast, lightning. I give them all the shit. Why? Because I can say, when I start checking off the boxes, did I show them everything? Did I educate them the very best that I could do? And I say, yeah, I can. So I can live with that. I can live with that result. You know? Okay. To you.
Tar Hill Classic, One Left Race says, we participate in the local club and combine. This young bird season, we are trying a new schedule. We are having a sprint series starting at 50, 65, 75, 85, and 100. The first race is October 3rd. After the sprint series, we start the regular series 100, 125, 150. I'll get this up here 150, 175, 200, 225, and 250. So is that in your club you're doing that? Is the club now doing a sprint series? Because if so, that's fantastic. I
Hey,
need
I'm
more.
dying. Pay me to come down and race your birds. Those are all, even the 250. I still look at it as a sprint race. I mean, it's a sprint middle, but man, that'd be a lot of fun. Again, that's all on wind and feeding. So that's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy that. And I think if more clubs in the areas got to sprint racing a little bit more, it helps people out a bit. I think it does. I don't think a lot of people know what to do to get the birds to come to from 300 miles or 400 miles. But I think sprint racing, you can learn a lot. You can learn how to feed. You can learn how to train. It's a little bit easier on the birds, and you get more chances. Again, flying Quiver and Noyon, think about it. Had we have started right at the beginning of the season, we could have done like 50 races, you know, or 45 races from those two spots. That's like racing pigeons for in Canada, like 5 years.
Yeah.
I'll take that over now. Like I'm not knocking national. Yeah, cherry on the top, they are. But when you're starved to race, I'll take the sprint races 7 days a week. 100%. I'll race 5 times a week sprint races if I can because I get to practice. You get to practice everything so much better. Then I think that's why you see some of these top sprint guys. They do it for so long, and then they're like, you get that little itch. Okay, now we'll go a little further, and that's good. Me,
Yeah.
I'm itchy for sprint.
We're just itchy for racing in general. So the fact that we get to do it twice a week, possibly from now until October,
On
just the thought of that, I'm like, oh yeah, sign me up for that. We haven't been able to do it for so long, and now that we're able to do it twice a week, we said on Sunday after the race ended, Ryan and I were like, oh God, is it Wednesday yet? Because we're ready to go back to battle. It's so funny. Like, we don't dread it. We're like, oh God, like, we got to wait 3 days for this. Like, come on now, we're ready to go back. Lucky Lou says, Ryan, I want the truth from you. How hard was it to leave Marcel back in Belgium? It must have been hard.
Yeah, I've already I talk to him every day or every other day, and you know what? Sure, it's hard because we have lots of fun, and you know what? He's a great loser. I mean, a loser is being. He wants to see you win. I want to see him win. Like we both joked about it. I said to him, I joked. I said, the weekend I'm going to beat you, it'll be the weekend Sorrel will beat me. Sure enough, we were fourth, Sorrel was third, and we had a laugh. And today I said, hey, Marcel, God, you just got that one ahead of me. And he says, yeah, yeah. Gert Hallen's just got that little edge on me. That's how it is. But we're not, no excuses, no whining, no complaining. And the great thing is, we give each other tips. He says, hey, I'm going to show you how I syringe the pigeons for the races that are hot. It's okay. I show him how we feed. We went to the store. He never bought feed that I was feeding. He didn't train the same way. But we're working together, but we're against each other. I don't think you get that. I've never experienced that here. Maybe that's just the type of guy he is. But he it's interesting, interesting dynamic. He's still a professor, but he's still a dick. I say to him every time I see him, I say, you know what? I said, you know what? I noticed the same thing. And he said, what, Ryan? Because we did the WhatsApp FaceTime. I says, you know, on WhatsApp FaceTime, I says, you look like a real dick from here. And he started laughing. But he's all right. He's the professor. He's got our number, but we're gonna try and shake him on Wednesday. We're gonna hurt him on Wednesday. I said to him, listen, you're gonna get a year older on Wednesday, old man. Let's
Oh
see.
no, it's great, and it's kind of sad in some ways that Ryan literally had to go across the ocean and 300 miles away or 3,000 miles away or however far it is to really meet the best friends of his life, meaning Marcel and Lars. Kind of sad, and I'll just put this little story in. Ryan has been back now, not even a week, and there's some chores and things at the lofts there that he has to attend to, putting up a new roof on one of the barns. And he said, you know what? He said, you know what, Leah? I got nobody here because obviously loft manager Richard is in Belgium right now. He says, I got nobody here that I can call up and say, hey, I need a hand. Can you hold the ladder? Can you hand me a hammer? Can you help me fix the roof? He says, I've born and raised in Canada, been there 40 some odd years, and he says, I do not have one person now that dad is in Belgium that I can call up and say, hey, could you give me a hand with this? And I thought to myself, God, isn't that sad? So, it's sad, but it is also makes me smile in a way that he has finally found his people in Belgium with Marcel and Lars, just truly fantastic people. And that makes my heart sing. So just thought I'd add that in there. Tar Heel says we are racing Saturdays and Wednesdays, doing that little sprint and then the race.
Good.
That's great. Excited to hear how that goes. Michael Peave says, watch a video today with Rick Martis. He said Belgium transporters were built to keep out the rain and not for keeping out the heat.
Yes, that's right. They're behind the times. Again, I find that the country is behind the times with certain things that they do, and it's you don't understand it until you're there. Transporters 100%. They're using baskets. I mean, I look at the UK transporters; they're great. They look a lot better. Even in Canada, the transporter is better. They're behind the times in certain things. Same with the allocation of the rings. They're behind the times. Um, but again, every world's different. They have different rules. All the birds play the same way. There's birds every week that get your top birds get cooked out. They were loading the birds on the weekend, and the transporters were only supposed to be 6 baskets high, and they had them at 8. Ricky and Marcel seen it. So the birds on the top are really running out of oxygen. If you have your top bird and it hits that top crate, you've raced the race before you even let the bird out. So you just have to. I don't know what you have to do. You have to teach your birds, and the way I look at it is, I try and torture them in a way that pretty much anything you can throw at them, they can handle it. The heat, Marcel said, Ryan, you overload your baskets. Yeah, I overload the baskets. I always want the baskets overloaded. I want more heat. I want more uncomfortable. I don't want, when we go to the club, it's comfortable. When we work, we work. It's not comfortable. I never seen work be comfortable. You.
Right. Next question up. Jason says, you should go for the long distance. That's more fun. Oh, it is not more fun. It seems like painful. Like
Yeah.
patience that I don't have that kind of patience. It just seems like a lot of patience to me to do the long distance. I don't know. I mean, maybe one day, but I like the sprint. What do you think about long distance?
It's good. I like all the racing, but when you haven't been able to when you can when you are starved from racing, and then you can get all the racing you want. If you go to long distance racing, you get one race a week. Do you have the army for it? Do you have the birds for it? You look at certain things. I This sprint racing to me is like, wow. I can see why it's lasted as long as it has, and it's people look at it at a very high level. You and the pigeons become really one. You learn feeding, training, trapping on a roof, trapping on a board. All little things factor in. You know, a second kills you. I think last Wednesday we beat Marcel by 8 seconds. He came over and I gave him the time, and he said, I only owe you 4 seconds today, and you beat me by 8. Like, these guys know, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking 8 seconds, shit, maybe you beat me. Like, he knows. So it's just different. But I like long distance racing. I like short distance racing, middle distance racing, pigeon racing in general. Fun. Back to you.
Jason says Canada is very big. Yes, we have in the West Coast too. I think he's talking about Mountain Pacific is here, like the elevation and the altitude and whatnot.
Mhm.
I believe that's what he's talking about. UK Birdman 673 says my young birds are coming well now. 1st of August is the first race. Training every day. Well done, well done. Good, good, good. Yes, I guess in a lot of areas, the first young bird races of the season are beginning in August.
Mhm.
I think so. All About Birds UK says, an old fancier helped vaccinate my birds with me, and when he picked one up, it had a form spot. Could you explain what that is? It was a little dot on the chest.
You know, uh, the things that people like, right? The things that old pigeon men said, oh, look at this bird in form and had the form bubble, and maybe the bird won the race. And they go, oh, you had the form bubble. Every time I get a form bubble, I got lots of birds with form bubble. Lots of things I look at. But at the end of the day, I think there are things that make you feel good. You learn these things. It's the same thing. Guys say, "Oh, pigeons that have black tongues don't win races." My bird got black tongue. Uh, Leah has a black tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that guys tell you things, and it's nice. Same with the breeding eyes, or same with the ring, or same with the flight feathers, or same with all that shit. At the end of the day, the good ones will be the good ones, and the more work you put in, your odds go up. But if I'm looking at a nice pigeon, oh, this bird's in super form. Normally, it's going to probably get beat. I don't know, but it makes you feel good, and that was a good thing. He liked what he's seen. He felt good finding it. He felt good showing it to you, and you feel good about it, and that's a good thing. Maybe it's going to be your best bird this weekend. Is it in form? I don't know if it's in form. Maybe.
When Ryan was just talking about Leah and Leah's got a black tongue, let's just, for the audience, remind everybody we're talking about this Leah right here, Marcel's Leah, okay? Not the one that you're hearing talking. This Leah right here has a black tongue, okay? Let's just get that straight for the record here, everybody. Lucky Lou says, I have seen you do so many loft tours, and you see how these people do well, whether they are racing or breeding and sell babies. I think you would do well in Belgium doing the same thing. We shall
Yeah,
see.
I don't know. You don't know.
We shall see. We do not know what the future holds. We do not know. So we shall see. Again, guys, just taking it one trainer at a time, one day at a time, one race at a time. Let's see where we end up at the end of the season. And then we will decide, okay, what are we going to do next season? And we'll go from there. Peter says, you could still do both sprint on Wednesday and race the distance on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, you can. The only thing is your national flights. You're basketing on Thursday. You're putting your birds in a basket on Wednesday, and you're putting your birds on the basket or on Tuesday night and on Thursday. You're. I'd rather take them. I'd rather train them. I'd rather have them sleep in their bed that night, and then yes, you can. You could. There's no problems. It's just right now for me. It's just fun playing it this way. It's just fun. It's just different, and you're not you're adjusting. You're feeding a certain way all week. Uh, then when you're flying more of the distance, you change how you feed. You kind of build it up a little different. But yeah, you can. I don't know. I'm just having fun with this one, so I'm just focused right now on this. And I know tomorrow, if you say to me, "Hey, you want to go play 300 miles?" Okay, I did it. I went from 100 to 500 in a season. Up we go. I can do it. I'm not afraid of doing it. But why go there when this is real fun? This is different fun. You have to
Yeah,
understand. You got to be in it to feel. I don't know.
agreed. And
Anyways,
we want to give Lafayette Richard as many races as we possibly can for him to compete in this season. He has been most starved for racing. Uh, in the little predicament that we had in Canada, racing. He loved racing. He loves racing. So this for him, living his pigeon boss dream, absolutely this season. And we want to give Lafayette Richard the most opportunity to race as he possibly can this year, because I don't know. Again, it might be the last time that we are able to do this. Might be the last time he's able to do this. So we want to give him as many as possible. Ryan, you can still hear me, right?
yeah.
Lucky Lou says, I'm pretty sure you would be the happiest guy if you ever did that. I know I will be the happiest once I leave this country and start flying birds. Well, Ryan's just gotten a small taste of it, right? He's gotten a small taste of it, and I think he's already pretty much ready to go back. Um, he really enjoyed the time there. And next year, if we do it, we're going to do things differently, of course. We're going to start earlier. We've got a whole bunch of things in our mind that if we do a season two that are going to be different. And I'm sure, Ryan, you agree with that as well, right?
But yeah, this year actually we weren't flying there at the start of the season. We weren't playing.
No, we weren't going
Everything
to
came
last minute.
at the end of the at the cutoff, right? So
Yeah.
again, like I said, uh, Things happen, and we don't complain. We adapt. We've always been the type to adapt, because if you don't adapt, you're going to miss what's right in front of you. And we're not going to do that.
Absolutely. Jason says, I hope I bought the sister. You did. You did buy the sister. The
Mhm.
pair that you bought from Marcel, the hen, is a sister of Leah. So yes, you did. Yes, you did. Ryan, you come back, or am I going to talk in the chair?
No, I'm coming back. I just leave a little DS.
I
You
don't
know.
know. Before oh, there, Ryan's back down. All right, I just want to talk about the Pick It to Win It for Wednesday. As I said, if you do go on our website, feathersleypigeonauctions.com, and you click on Wednesday's Pick It to Win It, you are going to notice, and I'll just pull it up here now. When you click on the Pick Up to Win It, you're going to notice that we have lots more birds on it. This is everybody going to battle on Wednesday, including, of course, our team of 16 from our Group 1. If you have already bought Pick It to Win It birds with our Group 1, you will notice that with all these birds, I have marked them off as sold, so not to worry about that. We're going to get to one here momentarily. There we go. They're all in alphabetical order based on the breeder. Okay, so here's all our lyre birds. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see all of our Van Laar birds. But you've got a whole bunch of new birds to look at. We've got the videos of them all. We've got the breeder videos of them all. So lots of research for you guys to do. There's a Van Laar that's been sold. That's part of our group number 1. So there's no more group 1 and 2. It is just one team. It is Team Feathers Elite. How many birds do we have here again, Ryan? What did you say? 58? No, 56.
Yeah.
56 Doivens. I believe I'm missing 2 photos. So if you see where it says photo coming soon, I think actually, there's 2 Lars birds, believe it or not, that we didn't get the photo of. But we'll be getting the photos done for that. I believe maybe 1 or 2 are missing videos. But other than that, something for your viewing pleasure. If you'd like to head on over after this broadcast and you can check on all the new birds. You get to see their photos. You get to see their videos. Got some reds from the Lambrechts, which I'll love to see. Of course, Stefan Lambrechts we're talking about. And if you do click on the lot, you will see, and you scroll on down, you will not only see the photo of the pigeon, but if you scroll down to the details, each one has an individual video. And then if you scroll down even further, you will see a loft tour of the breeder of that bird for your viewing pleasure, guys. Whole new group to pick from. Excited, super excited to see how our group number 2 is going to do on Wednesday. But there we go. We're going to learn new names. We're going to learn new pigeons. And we're going to see who's going to clock first on Wednesday. Will it be somebody from our group 1 or will it be somebody from our group 2? What do you think, Brad?
Group 2. We're going to go with group 2. I think there's going to be a little shakeup. And remember, guys, they get all picked. You got close to $500 in prizes. All new birds. So don't be shy. Let's see how good you guys can pick. They've all done a lot of work, put a lot of work into them. They're from some of the best breeders in Belgium and in Holland and in Denmark. And let them show you. I don't think you'll be disappointed. They're going to give us their very best. They've worked at it. We've weeded out the ones that had issues with our system, and now we've got the ones that not only like my system but like Ricky Seven. They like the same system. So we're going to go from there, and I hope to see an upset because I got a funny feeling. I got a funny feeling that there's going to be the pot is going to start to go up now, and you guys are not going to be able to miss this one to play. Back to you, Leah.
Absolutely. All About Birds UK says, I hope it does me well. The one that has a little, what do you call it, blood blister or a little marking. I bred it from Willie Daniels birds. I got from Dean Pallet. Ooh,
Yeah, I
nice.
think that I don't know when you got those, but yeah, uh, I know Dean would have liked Willie Daniel pigeons. But that's funny, Dean Pallet. Got to interview him still. Haven't got there yet. One of these days, he's gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna make it for this year. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna say to
Did,
him,
did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did, did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did, did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did, did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- 'Did you not used to talk to him all the time when you were younger? 'Cause- Not all the time, but did you not used to call him and talk to him on the phone?
Yeah, I even I'll tell you because when I was I don't know I think I was like what was I 17 or 18 at the time, I would buy phone cards, you know,
And now you're showing your
and I
age.
would I would buy the phone cards to call them, and then I had a recorder. So when we would talk about things to do, right? I can I record it, and it's just so you know what I mean. But I remember the first few times I called, man, I was so scared. Oh shit! Oh shit! And now,
You
now I got to do an interview with him, and I haven't done one, but I'm still kind of scared because I'm still like I'm a nothing. So it's like, oh shit. He's Dean Pallett. He's a legend. Really good, real good pigeon man. I think so.
UK Birdman asks, so have the Lear birds been bought off the Lear market? So in February and March, loft manager Richard and Marcel went to the Lear market several times, and they picked out some birds. And then there was also a small sale in your area there in Berlar. Don't ask what the name of it was. I don't know. But they also went to that small sale and bought a few birds from that sale. So we just put everything into the Lear market because they're both, both instances were market birds. So yes, some come directly from the Lear and some come from this other little young bird sale that they had going on in the Berlar area. Milton says, I gotta pick one from Team 2 also. Yes, definitely. Guys, if you've been participating in our Pick It to Win It for our Team 1 or our Group 1 of 16, please, yes, definitely do yourself a favor and pick one off of our Group number 2 because it is going to really be, we do not know at this stage in the game. You've watched our Group 2 compete against our Group 1 in our little training tosses, and you've seen the last two trainers our group two has trapped quicker than our group one. One definitely to watch for is the Peters 451. You know what? I'll just put it up here. I'll
Mhm.
put it up here. The Peters 451 here is your lot number 40 right here from David Peters. This one has been trapping fantastic. Also, Dan Rego, Rego 113, Rego 114. Morris birds have been doing great. And there is a whack of them that we literally just got chipped. So it's going to be a total crapshoot. But yes, if you want to have some fun on Wednesday, definitely pick one from our group one and our group two because you just never know. Would you agree, right?
Yeah, I know me. Listen, I know. Well, I'm going to say this: the Peters, the Morris, and the Dan Rego. If they're on that first group, I don't know if they're in that first drop. I don't know, and they come with the birds from the first group. I'm going to go with the second group for trapping. I just got a feeling. I got a feeling they're gonna be ahead. But we have to wait and see. And guys, don't get down if the first race for them they're going to be a little bit off, a little shook up, a little stupid, a little sit on the roof like, oh, what's going on? It's not Richard. It's not me. It's they've been into the jungle. So we have to let everything evolve, and it's okay. What's the goal for Wednesday? Get on the first page if we can, with one bird. That's it. Let's get on the first page or on in the score with one bird. Everything else is gravy. Remember, we are not supposed to be here. We were laughed at. Belgians, I know. Even the guys who give us the birds, you can't compete. You're way too far behind. You're way too late. That's okay. We just got to get one little inch. If we can just get there a little bit, we'll be okay. And I think we will. I think we're going to have one good bird. Might have two. And have them all. I don't know, but we put the work in, and they're giving us their best. And if you heard Richard tonight, Ricky Seven, he said, "Man, handling these group twos, says I never felt such iron in my life." It's from Ricky to you, Leah.
All About Birds UK says, aha, Dean's a great guy. Help me loads. I'm new to the sport. Please do the interview. Yeah, next time you go to the UK, we're going to put that on the list because I know you do have to go back to do a couple loft tours. And we're going to set up an appointment for you to go and see him and have an interview with him for sure. The adult Ryan, not the 17-year-old Ryan. would call them on what are you calling
J-
cards
j-
and
believe believe it
do you
believe it
have
or
one of those
not,
video
I'll
those tape recorders?
yeah, yeah, I still got it in my room. Okay. Are you ready for this one? You know me, I'm not afraid of nothing, right? So the last time I was in the UK, I went to Blackpool. And I seen Dean Pallett there. And I was too shy to go and say hi. I felt like you know, I felt horrible. Like I didn't feel not horrible. You know what I mean, Leah? I had that.
Which is
I
so
was
bizarre because
yeah,
you have interviewed tons of top flyers. You've been to their homes, you've seen their lofts. I mean, who haven't you met? And Dean Pallett's the one that chokes you up. That's funny.
yeah. It's like I get screwed. I'm like, oh shit. You know
Downfeather
what?
says,
Hmm?
go ahead, Ryan.
He was the guy when we were winning with the Van Reets, and they were well past their prime. I called him up and I said, Dean, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I want more Van Reets. And he had a chance to, when you're hot, you want to buy, right? Oh yeah, I want more, more. I'll buy another 40. Give me another 20. And he said, nope, I can't sell you anymore. You need better pigeons, and I don't have those sprint pigeons for you to buy. And he could have easily sold me other pigeons, but he didn't. He guided me in a different direction. And people say, oh, he's all about money selling birds. Okay, sure, he does. Sells birds, I'm sure he does. But he didn't do it with me on that. And he could have. He could have put birds in a box and send them, right? 3,000 miles away, send him some more birds. He wants more, send him more. But he didn't do that. So he's a good guy. I know he's a good guy. Back to you.
Speaking of the Van Reets, which is another fun little story, once Ryan was done racing there in Canada, he actually sold some of the Van Reets to gentlemen in Trinidad. And
Errant.
this was several years ago. Like this was 5, 6 years ago, and you're still getting positive results from him all the time. Like, oh, these birds are doing so great for me in Trinidad. They're doing so great for me. Isn't that funny?
It's funny. He bought, I believe it was 40. He bought some directs, and I sent him the Seagull's father, and I sent him. He did his selection on what he wanted, and I said, okay, you can have them. And the pedigrees got lost in the transport of the birds, and the computer system that it was on died. He got the birds, and I said, you just keep them together. Don't put the blues to the blue, just like this. And he listened, and he didn't whine about paper. And I said, just let them show you. And he's now like champion in his area there in Trinidad. He sends me videos a couple times in a year, and I look at the pigeons, and they were the same way they were when I sent them. He literally breeding the same pies, the same pencils, and they have the same look. And he never bothered me again for pedigrees. And he just says, Ryan, it's just the performance. And again, everyone buys pigeons on pedigrees, and you need it, sure. But if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the performance. He gets the performance, and he bought performance birds. So I give him credit for that. And he took it. He took it. He took it like a good human, not as a dickhead. Oh, I just want pedigrees. Had he have been a pedigree guy, I think those pigeons would have never won for him. He gets so caught up in pedigrees.
Downfeather says, "Tell me who to pick, Ryan, and I'll pay for it." That's not part of the fun, man. Part of the fun is going and doing some research and looking at the videos and watching our basketing night tomorrow and seeing what Loft Manager Richard and Ryan say about the birds as they come up, and then just picking. It's part of the fun because there's no guarantee here for any of them. Not any of them in the group one, not any of them in the group two. We might not even have any of them come back. But it's part of the fun to look and pick on your own. I think that's part of the fun, isn't it, Ryan?
Hey, it's a lot better than a lot of ticket. At least you get to watch something. And you know what? It'll be so funny. On the backside of the loft, there's 7 Van Lars, right, Leah? We can be sitting there watching. I'm
Yeah.
not shitting you. all of a sudden our clock will go off because we don't have a camera on that side of the loft for those seven pigeons, and we might not even see a winner. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with this. These birds here, they've all done the work. They're all from good breeders. Just have a bit of fun. I promise you, they'll come home. Okay, you're gonna come home. Now, are they first, last? Look at the last race. Smash was second in the clock. People say, "Oh, Grizzles don't win." Blah blah blah. Smash has got to win in him. He's got to win. It's coming. You guys have fun picking. You're picking
Yeah,
from pigeons that have done work.
they have definitely all done the work, both our group one and our group two. We are proud of this little group. We're still small, but we are mighty, and glad to see them go to battle on Wednesday. And good news, guys, we already have our first bird in group number two selected. Lambrex 577, picked by Aloha Milton. Well done, Milton. Good luck with the Lambrex 577. Super excited about Wednesday, guys, and hope you join us tomorrow for not only our basketing night, but for Wednesday, live from the finish line. Race number 8 for us in total, but race number 2 for loft manager Richard on his own. And boy, we're now not only waiting for 16. It's gonna feel like it's gonna be
Oh
like a
shit!
full, like our team's loaded now. It's just
Shitstorm!
gonna be birds coming
Shitstorm!
everywhere.
Hey, hey, listen! Don't tell Sorrel. You're going to play the flute for us now. Because if he sends 30 and we send 50, you know how anything he sees he blows? It's going to be flute blowing, 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 and that's what makes it fun. And the greatest thing is, our neighbor set up these rules, and we just live by his rules. But the more we live by his rules, the worse it's getting because it's creating what's going on here. Anyways, it's so much fun. And Ricky now, and Ricky, if you guys want to know one thing, me and Ricky, we never call people on race day. We never talk to people. We would race the race, and then we would go to the club, and then we would find out if we were winners or we were losers. He's finding it the same way. Oh, that damn whistle. Whenever he blows a whistle, he's got me beat. That's not true because he's blowing for everything and anything. So he's still learning it. So you're going to hear him on the show say, "Oh, we've been beaten. Oh, we've been beaten. Oh, we've been beaten." That's not true. He can hear the whistle and I can hear the whistle. You guys don't hear the whistle, which is incredible. But anyways, back to you, Leah.
No, I could make it so we could hear the whistle, but I don't want to hear dueling whistles. I just want to see our birds come in and go in. That's all I want to see. I don't care about the neighbor's whistle. That's for you guys to have to listen to, not for
Oh,
us. It's
oh,
too
wait a
early in the
minute.
morning
I want
for
to.
that
I
kind of
want to say.
whistling.
You know what? Next year our plot twist is going to be Ryan and Ricky are at home and Leah's playing.
Like hell. No way, man. I'll leave that up to the professionals. You do. I just like to watch and support. Um, okay, we're going to switch gears here, I think. So if you guys don't, we always try and keep this show very positive and very upbeat, and we love you guys' input. So this is if you don't if you don't like the non-positivity or you like a little bit of a Debbie Downer, we're switching gears here for a moment. We have something to address. Brian has something to address with regards to our importing and with regards to some behavior by a couple individuals who bought birds from us in our auction season and who are having a hard time dealing with the fact that things are a little delayed. And the treatment that we have been given from these two individuals, and I won't say the names, over the past week or so, or last 5 days or so, the threats, harassment, and mistreatment that Ryan's had to endure, as well as myself has had to endure. And we just want to address it now, and we're just going to put a stop to it and put an end to it because it will not continue. Brian?
Yeah, that's it. Guys, you can stomp your feet and you can cry and you can complain and it's not fair and it's not perfect and it's not what you promised in a timely fashion. We got lots of birds to import for all of our clients. It doesn't matter if the bird was 10 euros or $10 or $1,000. You all have the option to take your birds somewhere else after the sale. You said, nope, we're going to stick with you. We're patient. Okay. Close to 15 years, I've been doing importing and I've always come through and I always will come through. We always give our best. And people that leave the birds with us, we import in a group, all in, all out. Right now, it's not so easy. Poland's backed up. Okay. Birds are waiting, waiting, waiting. The birds are waiting here with me. They're not in a quarantine, they're sitting with us. So it's safe. They're not mingled in with 5,000 pigeons. I want to get you guys the birds as quickly as possible so you can breed them, you can get results, so you come back. That's how it works. It's a circle. If you call and you threaten, I'm going to social media bury you, I'm going to call this, I'm going to do this, you can do it. It has already been done to me, everything else. I don't give a shit. You can call the breeders, I call the breeders. You can do whatever you want. We started, we finish. I don't know when they're coming in. I can't tell you in September. I can't tell you October, November, December. I'm going to get them as fast as I can. I'm not the government of Poland and I'm not the government of Canada. We have to work in the timelines. If you push, if you harass, if you ask for your money, look at the terms on the auction. We start, we finish. You're going to get the birds. Be patient. Patient is all I ask. You will get them. We're going to deliver them to you. We've always delivered. Nothing's going to change, just patience. If you're going to throw a hissy fit, stomp your big boots, stand at 6 feet tall or stand at 3'8" tall and cry. Okay. I just do what all the big companies do. We don't tolerate that. We're not answering that. When your birds are ready, you'll get them. We will give you updates. Here's the update. Birds are still sitting waiting. That's the update. I don't have the permit. I'm in stage 4 of the permit. Okay? 5, we're good. We're at 4. We've been at 4 since March. Keep coming. You come after me on YouTube or Facebook or whatever you want. You just make it harder for yourself. We always produce. I'm not putting up with the shit. Calling me 95 times in a row? You just I don't answer your phone call. What do you want me to tell you? You think I feel good? Think I want to not give you your birds? What do you think? I'm breeding out of them? You think I'm interested in that shit? I got more pans in the fire than you could think of. I'm back here now trying to fix this fire. That's okay. It's okay. We're going to fix it. That's it. Next season of auctions, I'll do no more importing. I'm done. Because you know what? You all complain. Gotta be fast. 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 I'm not fast, eh? I just get the job done. So future years, go with other people with big dollars. That's what you need, big dollars and fast. We try and help you people out. We try and give you a price so you can buy the birds and not get completely raped. Go to the other guys. Go to Hash. Go to Andy. 500, 700 US dollars. I don't care if you get raped. Next year, I don't care. That's on you. But please, don't come after us. I don't care. Threaten me on Facebook, YouTube. Tell all the people, shit. We sell more result pigeons than anyone else. We sell all the pigeons in Canadian dollars. You can't buy any of these pigeons from these people, these breeders, for Canadian dollars. Go on Pipa, go on Herbots, pay the euros, and guess what? I don't want to hear your bitching then, and you'll still wait. Now, taking a deep breath. There's no refunds. There's no nothing. We started, we're going to finish. And then the next year, you go somewhere else. If you bitch, you whine, and you complain, you're banned. I'm telling you directly. You don't have to call me. I'm right here on camera. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add, or we can switch gears?
I think you said it, summed it up pretty good. This is our ninth season. We've always followed through. We produce an excellent product. All birds are hand selected. Ryan goes to Belgium. He sources the birds hand selected for you. We're giving them to you at Canadian dollars. We're giving it, you're importing at Canadian dollars and still not happy. And these two individuals that are bitching, whining, moaning, complaining, harassing, threatening are supposed to be your quote unquote friends.
No, they can come and have breakfast. We can go to dim sum together. They can ask me what the best birds to buy are. They know who they are. I'm going to tell you something. I'm disgusted. You're not my friends. You know what you guys are? Get your birds when we're done. Get the fuck out. Never want to see you again. You're better than that. I thought you were better than that. But you know what you are? You showed me exactly what you are. Me. Now you're going to get it, but you're going to wait like everyone else. No birds come out of this group. They all started, they'll all finish. And don't ask me, don't call me, don't bother me. Because I want your birds to be there so you're happy, you can keep going. But if you bitch and you complain and you're a bother, you're banned. You're done. These two gentlemen, it's finished for them. And you know what? It's not me doing it. They did it to themselves. Because you know what? I want. All the breeders, we've notified them all. You can call them and tell them how shit we are. They know all about it, eh? They sent birds to China. It took a year to get to China. And guess what? When birds got to go to China, the breeder don't get paid. Please don't give me your shit. Okay. And if I find you bashing me on Facebook and YouTube or whatever, okay, we take other actions. Because you know what? I'm giving you our best. I selected them. We've worked for you. We've given you the options. Take them out. You left them with us. We all have to go together. We need a group. If everyone takes the birds out and only half stay, we don't have enough to ship them in. So everyone that's in this group is going to stay together. We started, we finished together. After that, see you later.
On that note, Downfeather says, pigeon people can be the most ignorant people sometimes. These people sound like they have never had anything go wrong. They must live a perfect life. Geez. Come on, guys. They're being upfront and honest.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, I'm not. I'm not even mad at these people. I know they get angry. I know people are getting impatient. I know. No, you don't want to wait. You're excited, but come on, don't come after me the way you come after me. Don't. We don't go to dinner together. We don't do stuff like that, and then you come after me. You know what? You guys are good at being pretend and phony. I'm not that person. I say you're an asshole. When I see you to your face, I tell you straight to your face. I'm not going to come at you on this show. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. You're there. No, you're not. And if you guys want, social media is a great platform. Go ahead and bury me. We see everything. It doesn't make it better for you. It just makes it worse. And if you feel that that's what you have to do, is that's going to make you feel better, that's going to get those birds faster, then go ahead and do it. I don't give a shit. You're not the first. You're not the last. There's going to be 5,000 other people to bury me. You know why? I can't be buried. I got big shoulders. I stand up and I don't give a shit. So go ahead and bury me. You're both watching tonight because I know you. Smoke another one and you're 7 feet tall of weak shit. That's for you. I'm done. I'm moving on from this.
Joe says, to Gang Island with them both. Yes, to Gang Island with them both. I wonder how Gang's feeling about our performances. We haven't seen him back.
You know what? That's another one. I think Gang's a good pitcher, man. Uh, some things we don't always agree on. You know what he come at me on race one? He already knew I was feeling like that, and he buried me on 25 minutes off.
Which you weren't.
No, but just be a man. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. But you're a pro, right? That's what tells me your level. Tells me your level, what you really know. I laugh at people, and you people say to me, "Well, why don't I want to talk pigeons with people when I'm not doing pigeon stuff?" Well, why? I'm not interested in pigeon men. I don't want to talk about nonsense. I can't help that. Small minds, I can't help it. Everybody thinks buying pigeons from Europe, importing them from one country to another, it's like that. People think moving to a different country, flying on a course you've never flown, having pigeons. Some pigeons are worse than second grade pigeons. You're flying long distance pigeons, but you're trying and they knock you down. Come on, man. Give me some common sense here. Do you have any common sense? I know there's one thing for gang one. Come to your town, you'll hate it. You'll have better birds, and I'll make you scratch your head. That's a promise. Sorry, that's the truth.
It is the truth. Just ask the neighbor.
Mm.
Lucky Lou says, wow, these guys just ruin it for everyone else. Wonderful people. Just be patient. He will get you the birds. Well, it only takes a few to piss in the pool, and it takes one to piss in the
Patience.
pool. One to piss in the
Patience.
pool, and it's over. I'm
Go
getting
ask
at my limit.
Gallo. Go ask Gallo in Florida. He waited for his ninth place $1 million race. I think he waited for the pigeon 6 or 7 years from Africa to come. He waited. He waited. He waited. I'm not saying it's going to take 6 or 7 years. Just say, could you just be a little bit patient? Poland's backed up. They won't even take your birds. They're loaded. Anyways, you know what? We're going to get through this. Everything happens, right? We had Corona. We got through that. Okay. But don't stop your feet. Please do me a favor, right? Don't threaten. Don't. I'm not threatening you. I'm not bringing out your names. I want to get you guys your birds. You've had good luck with birds from us. And I told you, hey, I would try these birds. They're great. I told you to do it. Yes. And I will get you the birds. So don't be dickheads. Don't be pricks. Have a little understanding. That's all.
Aloha Milton says, the first year I bought birds, I was impatient also, but it takes time. Got to deal with delays. Be patient. It will come. Yes.
And here's another thing. What people don't realize is, and you're all going to say this to me. Yeah, Ryan, but why don't you do the auctions from Canada? Import and get the birds imported. Guys, if I let the breeders select, it will go down. I have to go and select because I twist the arm and say, listen, this isn't going to work. We need a direct from this, a direct from this, a direct from this, and a grandchild that's inbred from this. I raise the bar because I hold them accountable. We've tried it the other way, and we had good success. The birds that are coming now are better, 5 times better. That's because I sacrificed to go there and select. Is it easier for me to sit here in Canada, import the birds, and then sell them? Sure. But you guys suffer. So what do? We dream up a plan. We go. We select the pigeons. We talk to the breeder. We put the breeder on camera. You see everything. Then you have to be patient. There's a price you pay. Oh, and by the way, you're still paying in Canadian dollars. You people are so forgetful of this. You're importing the same way. You're so forgetful. We've taken care of birds here since October. I'm taking care of them in euros, not in Canadian dollars. Have I charged anybody one extra dollar? No. You know what? You want to bury me? Bury me. Or you just say thank you. I'm patient. I know you'll come through. That's it.
Heather Collins says, if they keep up the threats, name and shame them. See if they like it. Yeah, that would be stupid to their level, and I'm just not going to I'm just not interested. It's
What,
just
what, what, what,
it disgusts me. These are supposed to be Ryan's quote unquote friends that I've seen him bend over
both,
backwards for,
both, both of
make
them?
dinners for, make breakfasts for, give booze to, open door policy all the time. One of them take around Belgium, introduce them to breeders, and this is what you get in return. It is beyond disgusting, and they should
And,
both be ashamed of themselves.
and that's why, again, I hate to say this. Pigeons, I love pigeons. Pigeons is now a business, right? I do pigeons. Pigeon boss tours, pigeon this, pigeon that, pigeon this. Don't come to my house for something free. Why? No, because I'm nice to people and I get it nailed in the back. You want it? Pay for it. You want to go meet Sorel Lambrex? You want to meet that guy, Willie Daniels? Pay for it. You want to come and visit me at my house? Pay for it. Because you want to know why? Nice guys. We all finished last. And to the two guys, one in one part of Ontario, one down in the bottom. Thank you. Thank you. You showed me who you were. I want it now. Stomp your feet and cry. Wait. No money back. Wait. You can bury me. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, I got big shoulders. I'll be okay.
On that note, sorry
Mm.
about that for our regular viewers who enjoy our positive, upbeat Monday night show. We had to get that out because it's just been bugging us for a few days, and it's just good to let her out and just let everybody know where we stand. And again, harassment, threats, rude emails will not be tolerated. They just won't be responded to. That's it. I'm not participating in that, and neither is Ryan. The end. On that note, don't forget to join us tomorrow for our Tuesday night shipping basketing show. We're going to have a long one because we got a lot of Doivens to get through tomorrow. Hopefully, he'll off injury. That's why we let him off the hook tonight. He's going to be part of the show tonight, but he's got to get up early, do some training, do the what is he doing? Nasal clearing, or what is it called again?
Yeah,
Nasal
we gotta
clearing.
clean we gotta make him sick tomorrow. So he's gonna do that. That's his first time doing that, so he's gonna do that. And yeah, I wanted to give him just a night off. I know he's doing a lot. He's got a jet lag. I can tell he's got jet lag because I can tell he's tired. Um, and guys, I will say something. Do me a favor. Don't come on the show and say the birds miss me. That's why they're. It's okay. He had the birds before I was even there. Birds know him. He is one of the very best pigeon men I know. He's going to give his very best, just like I will. We talk every day. We work together. We're all a team here. Just give him some inches. Let him get his feel. He's going to do a few things differently than me, and that's okay. I'm not disagreeing with what he wants to do or he doesn't. We talk about everything that's done. So give him positive reassurance and motivation, and I think by the end of the season, you're all going to say this: he's a better pigeon man than me, and that's okay. If I could be second good to him, then I'm winning.
We've got Mike Vandriak. It says good luck in the race. I am jealous. Absolutely nothing to be jealous of. We hope you watch and enjoy the ride. We do this not only for ourselves, but for all of you all to see what it is to fly and race in Belgium, greatest country in the world to race, in the greatest area in the world to race with the stiffest competition. Mike, I'm sure as you know, it has taken us many years to get to this point. It is not something to be jealous of. We're not trying to make people jealous. We want to bring you guys along. We want you guys to experience it and see what it's all about and learn from it and know what it
Yeah.
takes to race and compete at the highest level in Belgium. That's why we're doing it. It's not to make anybody jealous.
There's nothing to be jealous about. We didn't win nothing. We didn't do nothing. We're just playing and trying and showing you guys what it's like to do it. or what it's like to participate, and who you're participating against, and how close it is. And we're giving you what we call fly on the wall. You get to be the fly on the wall, right? You get to wonder what it's like. You get to almost be there. And that's a great thing to get. So don't get jealous of it. I'm no champion. I'm just trying my best. And the champions are still winning. I got to try and figure out a way to beat Marcel, then take out Gerd Hallen and Bart Williams. And wait, in between there's Dirk Van den Balk and Patrick Books and Sorel Lambrechts and Carl Lambrechts and Bart Lambrechts and
All of them.
oh,
All,
wait a minute,
all.
eh? I'm just a fart. They're the champions.
Seven Hills Loft says, "Good evening, everyone. Blessings to all. Hope you guys are having a great time with the pigeons." And Ryan and his sister, yes, yes, we absolutely are. Nice to see you on. Lucky Lou says, "Ryan, I'm sending you a fist bump. You're doing well. Don't stress over pinheads." Well, we really try not to, but sometimes it just gets a little much. You know what I mean? It just gets a little much. David Tracy says, "Are you yellow dropping each bird individually or just putting it in the feed?"
We've been putting it in the feed, putting it in the water. I might do this week yellow drop in every bird individually, just to switch it up a bit. Again, I like to change group group two, group one. They might get a treatment. We just see how they do. Again, I've been asking Ricky if any of the eyes are swollen, because if we got swollen eyes, we got to treat, and we got a dip in Vercon. So we're just watching. But Ricky's got it on. One thing I know, he's so busy there now with pigeoning and doing it. It's almost the best spot for him. I just got to let him get the full swing in, and once he does a week or two, he's going to be right in, and just feel the birds. Everything is a feeling, eh? It's touching with your fingers. You need to feel it, see it, feel it, smell it. You know, and it takes a bit of time to get that when you go from not doing it right into doing it, but doing it at the highest level. So I kind of push him a little bit, yell at him, scream at him, argue with him, a little bit of everything. Then we talk, and we go from there. And he's doing a great job. And I think Wednesday, I hope he does good.
We shall see. Mike Matty XS, 50,000 bird release in the pigeon center of the world. Yes, yes. I honestly sometimes got to pinch myself. I cannot believe we're here and we're doing it. And the team is doing fantastic. I think, yeah, it's just exciting times. Joe says, "I'm definitely jealous." now, 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 now.
Yeah,
Seven
I'm
Hills
jealous.
Loft
You got the
says,
shoof. You got the shoof, man.
he got
I'm
the
jealous of
shoe.
you.
Seven Hills Loft says, "Don't forget to hit the like button. It doesn't cost a thing." Thank you. I always forget to say that. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. Or if you absolutely hate this, you can hit the thumbs down as well. Whatever you'd like. Last question of the night. Peter says, "Do they water the birds on the transporter in the sprint races?" Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Do you know, Ryan?
They water them in the club. So the club, all the baskets have water. They're supposed to. But again, it's what people do. When you rely on people, it becomes different. I can't say that every bird gets water. I can't say they're not. I don't 100% know. I know one thing. I've watched birds come home from races at Marcel's. The birds weren't watered. They were just, the legs weren't working. Like the legs were done. And that's dehydration, and that's where Marcel started to give them water manually. So you can see it. You can, if you know what you're looking for, but they say that they do. How can I say that they don't? And they don't want you to film. They don't want you to be there to film it, because when you're lying hiding, they won't let you look at it, right? Because they're hiding. So I'm thinking yes and no. I think some birds do, some birds don't. Some trailers do, some don't. Who wants to put water in a 8 foot tall or 10 foot tall basket? That's shit, right? Maybe they don't get no water. The oxygen's low up there. Who knows? But you can see dehydration in birds. You can. Back to you.
All right. On that note, guys, you have a lot of time to head on over to our website, feathersleeppigeonauctions.com. Again, check on all the lots, click on all the lots. There's only a couple videos that we still have to do and 2 photos that we have to do. But other than that, all the photos and all the videos of the birds should be there, along with the loft tours of all the breeders for you guys to watch and learn about. And you got a lot of homework to do. Let's just put it that way. A lot of homework to do. So on that note, Ryan and I and Loft Manager Richard will join you tomorrow, probably around noontime, 11:30 or noontime, New York time, where we do our basketing, our shipping night for our race number 8 for Wednesday, Key Brand. We hope you guys join us for that. You're going to get to see all the pigeons up close and personal. And we're going to give Loft Manager Richard a break as well on the handling of the birds in the camera. He's doing his best. We're going to try and guide him a little tomorrow, and hopefully we can get some nice views of the birds. On that note, you guys have been great. Sorry about the little rant there earlier. We're going to try not to make that a habit every week. We just had to say it and get it off our chest, and we did. So we're going to move on from that. Oh, David Tracy. Hold, please. David Tracy has a question. Of course, we always have to take David Tracy's questions. Do you think it would be a good idea to put electrolytes in the water on shipping day?
Yeah, when they come home, they get electrolytes in the water from their trainer. Yes, they get a shot of that. Of course, we're always going to have that in the water. Uh, Done that almost, literally almost on everyone. I will give them electrolytes when they come from the trainer. They drink, okay, good. If you want, you can take it out and just leave plain water. The electrolytes, they like it. It's not bad. We try and help. I think if I was giving them water, I would use electrolyte water as well. 100%. You might as well, if you're taking the time, give them a little extra, sure. But good call for that, David. And great show tonight, guys. Thank you. Thank you for everyone being understanding. Sorry we had to vent. Sorry to my 2 real good friends. Expected better of you, but hey, it's okay. You will get your birds. And there's a lot of other places to buy pigeons. That's it, Lee. I'm done. We'll see you guys tomorrow where Ricky gets to play again. I'm jealous, asshole.
Guys, you guys have been great. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the support. I'm Leah. That's Ryan. Loft Manager Richard is sleeping right now, hopefully, because he's got a busy day tomorrow. Thanks so much for flying with us, guys. Bye for now.
Yeah.